Right, right.
Just a flyer in the mail.
It's just a right.
Okay.
It's just a flyer saying it's from the city.
No, it'd be from the company that's going to be buying them.
Oh, from the company that's buying them. Right, right.
And then, please answer yes or no and send this back to us. So they go through the neighborhood that way and they get 70% yeses. Then they can take their 70% yeses as a corporation and go to the city and say, hey, we've got 70% yeses on this area for our offers. We'll, if you let us go ahead, we'll buy up those houses for those offers. And at that point, it moves pretty quickly. If they got 70%, they're going to buy up the houses. They own this much of the land. Then they turn around and they make offers for the other houses.
Right.
Well, if the people don't want to take the offers, it's like, okay, guys, you don't have to take our offer, but within the next 4 months, your property taxes are going to go up by 40%.
Right.
Do you want to stay at that or not?
Right. Exactly.
But the company that bought these houses, they're usually pretty fair, and they'll let people hang out if they have reasons to hang out. They don't force people out. But you don't always have companies like that. You have companies that, and cities. You could have a city that'll be like, no, man, let's get the people out of here.
Right.
Just sell it off after the people get out of here.
Have you seen the movie Up ever? Or have you seen any of those videos where, like, the person wouldn't sell their house, so they had to build the highway around the house or something crazy like that? Have you seen any of those videos or no?
Oh, I have seen movies, yeah.
I mean, yeah, the movie Up was about this.
It's a huge, gigantic joke.
But it happens like.
No,
it never.
Absolutely huge. That is a huge, gigantic lie.
Really? Yeah.
You got Trump on your window, dude. What did the Republican Party participate in and force into law?
I can't think off the top of my head.
Superior domain.
Superior domain. What is that?
You can't hold a house.
Oh, you can't?
Everyone else sold off. You have to sell off now because we as a city say you're selling off. If you don't sell off, we're putting you in jail.
Oh, really? That's what happened?
This is our offer for your house. Are you going to take our offer or are you going to jail for the next 5 years?
Well, what's the charge they arrest you under?
I don't even know what the charge is called.
Like, you actually got to go to court? Like, if you said no...
there's no court. You're just arrested.
Oh, you're just arrested?
Yeah, you're just arrested for not heeding an eviction notice. You can't do that. There is no holding of property.
So that's made up.
Those movies are just nothing but lies. You cannot do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you cannot do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was brought out in the government law, and you cannot do that.
What about some places where, like, I know you've seen those where there are some, like, how do you think they did that? Like, you think it's fake?
Somewhere.
Like here, let me show you. Hold on. Houses built around roads from owners that would not sell.
Houses built around roads from owners that would not sell. Care instructions for my Gatsby, my gazpacho. Mr. Henry Chicken, Mr.
So like this, for instance, here, let me show you. But you're saying here in America you can just get arrested, right? That's how.
You can't do that. Not in the United States. You
Nowhere.
can't do that.
So nowhere in the United States can you do this.
No. If you want to look up what happens in the United States, look up Chicago Expressway expansion. Okay.
Chicago Expressway expansion.
If you follow the history on that, you'll see what Chicago actually did with their residents to make the highways.
In the 90s,
okay,
right?
that was back in the 70s and in the 80s again. Okay, but I have relatives who literally were told to get out of your house.
Right, and if they didn't leave, they were gonna arrest them. Right?
Your last inspection on your house said that your real estate in this house was worth $46,000.
Yeah.
Here's your $42,000. Get out before we tear it down, or you will be hurt. That's how it happens in the United States.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, there is no. Oh, I won't sell my property. No, you will be. If you're not selling, you will be. And it's not the corporation is not going to force you out. It's going to be your own city's government who's coming to take you out.
Right. Basically, you're going to have a court date, and or not even. You're going to jail.
Court date where you were told that if you don't get out by this time, you are going to be taken to jail, and they're just going to come take you to jail.
Wow, I didn't know they did that.
And whatever is left in your house is theirs now. So if you didn't get stuff out of your house before that date, the city then owns it.
What's the name of the law? You know what the name of the law is?
The last word is domain. It's not
Housing domain?
It's not superior domain. That's not the word for it.
Housing domain law, maybe?
It's not
Housing domain law, refusing to sell in America. That is basically situations where you might be able to sell your property into when you put your home
eminent domain.
eminent domain?
This process is called eminent domain.
Can I take a picture of that? I know just to tell when I look it up. Oh wait, turn the flash on.
So not only can the U.S. government use this, but also if the city needs property to build a school or widen the road, it needs to be for public purpose. An agency who takes the property must compensate you at fair market value, but other than that, you have to move. It's called eminent domain.
Wow, so basically trespassing. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
That's so fucked up.
at this right now, actually, these people that are here are just being allowed to stay here by the month.
Yeah.
If at any time they want these people out, those two houses that are still here literally can be put under arrest. Yeah, they are only here out of the simple kindness of the company that bought this property's heart. They're just out of here out of kindness.
That is so fucked up.
Yeah, but that's why we have to patrol it all the time, because it literally right now this property is being controlled by the demolition company. So other than it being private property, all of it, it's also under control of the demolition company.
Because they're tearing it still down.
Yes.
Oh wow. You just saw me something new. I never knew that. Hey, were you here when okay, on 2 blocks over, there was a real nice transmission mailbox. It was like made out of two cylinder heads, and the top was a transmission. Did you see it?
No.
It was so cool. I wanted to take it right when they started selling the houses. I went back a few days later, it was gone. I'm sure somebody took it.
Yeah. The owners might have taken that with them.
Yeah, it was nice, man. It was made out. The guy made it like out of 2 cylinders from an engine for the height, and then the actual thing. He took the outer core of the transmission and had made it like a nail slide. It was nice.
Oh, okay.
And that house on the corner there, you didn't know either. It had like, it was crazy. Dude had a 2-story chicken coop in there.
Yeah.
2-story. Did you see it or no?
I know it's done.
Huh?
I know the guy who grew up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So what was he like eating the chickens and stuff? I mean, obviously.
They weren't allowed to have chickens, really. They were using the eggs from the chickens.
Yeah.
But
The eggs they were eating. I think,
his dad had him when his dad started to kind of lose it.
yeah. Yeah.
And that house had been foreclosed on for 3 or 4 years. There'd been nobody in that house for the last 6 years.
What happened was so they couldn't afford the taxes?
The old man wasn't paying shit on it.
Oh,
He finally just got completely evicted.
Oh wow.
And then the house got sold to another family for bank price really cheap. And the next family moved in, they weren't ever paying the mortgage either.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I mean,
But you said every single person here, not one person wasn't happy to leave with their offer?
oh, everybody jumped to go.
So not one person wasn't like, oh man, like I lived here my whole life, I want to keep my house. Nobody was like that. For sure?
Yeah. They might have had hard feelings about it, but when somebody's offering you 3 times the value of your house,
Yeah.
you move. I mean, I'm sorry. I've had my house for 25 years. If somebody offered me 3 times the value of my house, I'll be gone tomorrow.
You had it for how many years?
25 years.
Really? You don't think it's on something like you would really do that?
It's a fucking house.
Yeah, but I mean, it's something you got memories with. Like, you know, like I don't know if you got family or whatever. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I got family, I got kids that grew up there. Oh yeah, yeah. Got 3 dogs buried in the yard. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, why would you want to leave your dogs buried in the yard? You know, and I don't know. Some things you.
You just said
in my
the
opinion,
magic word. You just said the magic word. They're memories. A house is a house. Nothing more. It's bricks, wood, tile. All it is a house. Your memories are your memories. They are with you wherever you go.
Not if you got a head injury, but like I got a head injury, you know. So
Well,
for me, it's different. you
still,
know?
it's just
I get what you're saying, though.
your memories are there. I mean, if you have a head injury, you constantly forget.
Yeah, like
Take pictures. Have your pictures, and they go wherever you go. You don't have to have the house. And the thing is you can always make new memories somewhere else. No, you had some. I mean, some people were like, no, well, I had a couple families that were back. They wanted to take pictures of their houses and everything, and it's like, they end up, well, it's 3 times what our house is worth. We're never going to get anything like that for any other reason. We might as well, they either moved out of state, or went ahead and took the money and downsized.
Right.
Because you have a lot of these families, they bought the house that they needed when the kids were young.
Right.
And then the kids grew. The kids are gone. They got their own families. They're not living there anymore.
Right. I know what you're saying.
So you don't need a 5-bedroom house. Now we just need a bedroom.
Do you think they're gonna do that to Pastor Irving? My friend thinks. You've probably seen him riding his bike over here. Do you think they're gonna do it on the other side of Irving too?
I have no idea about that yet.
You don't know about that?
Yeah, I haven't heard a thing about that yet. All I know is from talking with the Wooddale Police Department and things like that. When this area got annexed into Wooddale has plans at least a mile from 83 end. They want all the way to Irving Park. They want to make that commercial and industrial.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're not gonna have too much residence left. It's gonna be like an all industrial almost then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
You think the McDonald's will stay? Well, you said the church is gonna stay in the McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, it's already commercial. I mean, they could. Do I think the McDonald's will stay? Maybe for about 4 or 5 more years, and McDonald's is gonna be fucking bankrupt.
Why do you say that?
Worldwide, they're just gonna fucking be bankrupt.
Why do you think that?
People are going away from fast food too much. They're not going to be able to keep it going. They would have to completely
in there for kids and
Yeah,
stuff.
and
Now
they got away from that. I mean, you got 2 or 3 more years, and they will have no reason anybody's going to that restaurant.
You're saying that one in particular?
Yeah, no, not that one in particular. McDonald's,
Oh, McDonald's
altogether.
in general,
No,
yeah.
you might have, I would say, 4 or 5 years from now, forget about there being a McDonald's restaurant.
Yeah.
There's going to be somewhere cooking McDonald's, but the only way you're going to be able to get it is if you order it and have it brought to your house.
Yeah, right. I know what you're saying.
And
You're saying it's gonna come from like a pre-made place.
They're not going to be able to actually keep a restaurant. I mean, look at this one. You're in one of the highest industrial areas in the area right here, and lunchtime you might end up with 20 cars coming through.
Yeah.
Where 6 years ago, there would have been 250 to 300 cars lined up all around that lot. It would have been non-stop from 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon.
I think I kind of remember it used to be like that.
Oh, hell yeah, it was.
I've been around here in a long time.
Hell yeah, it was. You know it. If you were around here 5 years ago, there were lines on down 83
you're right.
to get
Well,
into the lot of
I'm
that.
talking before 5 years ago. I'm talking back like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you're around here, Tuesday at noon. 6 cars running through the lot.
Yeah, that's it now.
Yeah,
I'm not. Obviously you're here. I'm not.
It's not. It's like, no, dude. There's no way to sustain it at that. I mean, that's why some days the damn place is closed at 8 in the evening.
What about DoorDash? You don't see DoorDash people going there a lot?
No, not necessarily here, no.
Yeah, not at this one here. Yeah. So have you been in other neighborhoods where they did all this?
I've done 2 others.
Where?
One was just outside of Cicero, and then the other one was over in the West Chicago area.
Were they as big as this?
Yeah, this isn't really. This
Well, let
is
me-
average.
Okay, let me correct that. Were they as big as both sides combined?
Yeah.
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 Man, like, you know what's crazy about that part where they tore down first? Those houses, I'm surprised. Now, do you know about those? Were you here? Do you know about the ones before they tore those down?
Yeah, no, I don't know about.
You don't know about. I
I don't even
wonder
know.
how much they sold, because those ones. You see how these are all old shitty ones?
Yeah.
The ones in the area where they already tore down. Those ones were built in like 2010, and they were like those. It was like that big nice mansion house on the corner, like the big nice mansion ones.
I don't even know who bought that property, so I couldn't tell you.
So you don't. So you think this is a different company than the other side of the other property?
It was. Now this company has bought that up.
Oh, so it's the same company now.
Yeah.
Oh.
But when that property was first processed, it wasn't this same company.
Oh wow. It's a
Yeah,
different
something
company.
different had bought. Something different demolished that land.
So that could
But
probably
then they never built anything on it.
that could probably be looked up on Zillow too, right? How much those houses sold for, right? Or do you think
All
that'd be
you
too
have
long ago?
to, as long as you can come up with their address. No, Zillow will post it for 3 or 4 years. You'd have to have the address though,
But
and I don't know what the address is.
After 3 years ago, what? After 4 years, it's not on there anymore.
Yeah, 4 years they won't follow up with posting a house.
It might have been about 4 years ago. I think it's around like when they tore down the other side. I think
Yeah.
that's about 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, if the house doesn't exist anymore,
For 3.5 years.
then Zillow won't do anything.
Oh.
You might go to Realtor.com might do it longer than that.
Oh, Realtor.com.
Yeah, they might do it longer than that. I don't know, but
I'm gonna look it up on that Realtor.com.
yeah. But I know Zillow. It might be. All you have to find out is what an address over there.
Right.
I mean, I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to find one.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Google
address
Maps.
is.
I'm sure I can find one on Google Maps.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. So if you can find an address for it, then you just got to put the address in, and when you go like all the way down to the bottom, it'll tell you, what the house has previously been sold for.
Right.
And just look at the most recent date,
Right.
and then that's what they got for that house.
Yeah, I'm curious what the other. I'm gonna look that up because I'm curious what because those houses were way newer and way nicer than these. These houses look like slums compared to the other part of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
These look like slum houses.
It all depends. It all depends. I mean, like, well, yeah, we call it prison house. The one guy with the great big tall house is still in his house over there.
Yeah, the big tall 2-story one.
Yeah, he got 5.8 million for that.
Wow, for real?
Yeah, and he just got done building it a year ago. The cost of the whole thing together was 1.5 million,
Oh, so,
and they gave him 5.8.
wait, say those two numbers again.
The cost of him purchasing the property and building that house was 1.5 million, and he got 5.8 for it.
Oh, so he got like, yeah, he got like
He got four times the
four
money.
times the money.
Yeah, he literally can retire with $100,000 that he'll earn every year off of a decent interest account.
Yeah.
Yep.
You said you said
5.8.
5.8 million. 5.8 million. 5.8 million for that house he got.
Yeah.
He's rich. He hit the lottery. That's like hitting the lottery right there.
For
That's like if you got that lottery.
for normal people, the company that bought this land,
Yeah,
that's all a 20 minutes income for them.
that's true. Oh, yeah, they make that in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're that big of a company. Man, I can't believe that 5 million. Yeah, he doesn't ever gotta work again. He got $5 million.
Right.
Like $5 million is a lot of fucking money. What about the other one? The person's still living in.
They ended up with I'm trying to remember because I looked up all these places. I think they ended up getting almost 610,000.
610. Oh yeah, I think you said it in the beginning. Yeah, that's the first one we talked about. Was that one? What? That's a big difference. 5 million. I would be like, why? Give me $1 million at least. He got 5.
Not when your house is worth 280.
Oh yeah, right. And he how long ago did he build it?
Oh, that house has been sitting there. Oh, you
No,
mean
the
the
one
big
that
one?
yeah, the one
Just
that.
last year.
Oh, he built it a year
He
ago.
literally got done building it a month before they started putting offers out on the houses.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that house that wasn't even done. It's not even done. It's supposed to have the second floor.
Yeah.
It's supposed to have a deck all the way around it.
Oh, around the entire exterior.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have a deck.
Yeah.
Because the house wasn't even finished.
No, he didn't even get it done. No, it's supposed to have a whole deck on it.
Oh wow.
He,
I think he added that deck. I think he added that deck just to get that extra payment.
well, no, he had all the building equipment already at the house.
Oh, so he was really about to build it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like he just made
He's
it up.
still trying to move it and put it in storage. Half of it's laying in his backyard right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's metal fixturing and everything. Metal fixturing that was supposed to be put down for posts and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, it was all sitting there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he just stopped. He's like, oh fuck, I have to sell this house. I have no choice, so I'm not putting the fucking deck on it.
Yeah, right. Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
All the wood's just back there, so pretty much.
Now most of the wood he's already moved to wherever he's moving to.
Oh.
But some of the old metal stuff and everything is still in the backyard. He's still trying to move it.
Wow. That's just so. I had like so many friends that lived over here in both sections. Like I have a friend that lived over here. Like I had like just 5 in this area. Well, I went to high school with.
Huh?
And even I had one on the side that tore down the first part.
Oh, okay.
I even had like one over there. I had a friend with. Yeah, that's crazy. This is so crazy. They're gonna do this all the way. It's all gonna be. And do you think they'll all be data processing centers?
I hope not. That's my only thing that I kind of have against the whole situation. Don't get me wrong. I'm being paid right now by that data processing center. I've worked security for the buildings that they already have up. I have nothing wrong with them, okay?
Yeah.
They support what our world is into right now,
Right.
okay? Online gaming, online bank accounts, online savings accounts, all that. And without a data barn, you cannot support them.
Right.
Okay.
Without the data processing.
But in that whole reasoning and statement, a data processing center hardly needs any more than 14 to 15 employees.
That's not even that many. And they all got up in college. So that big ass building has 4 to 15 employees? Well, you said that's not a data price.
I'm not sure what that one is.
You're
But yeah,
not sure
you're going to have this great big building sitting here, 2-story, gigantic building, and each building in itself will probably have about 14 employees.
Wow, that's it?
Yeah, because you've got you're going to have 4 full-time building maintenance workers.
Right.
And you have to have, every shift you're going to have about 5 to 6 security workers.
Right.
And anything other than that is call-in. So
Well,
when they need somebody to come in and work on a server or replace a server or do stuff with the wiring, the company calls them in and they come in and do the work. They don't work there.
Oh, they're like wait, are they actually part of the company or
No.
they're a different company?
No, they're contract company. They're contractors.
contractors?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep. That's the only thing that I feel bad about, because you're going to have this huge building taking up this huge amount of property, and it's really not bringing in jobs.
Right. That big ass property.
It's
is
not like an
totally
Amazon warehouse. It's not like a Wayfair or anything like that,
Yeah.
where each one of them are bringing in 300, 400 jobs.
Right.
Nope.
That's
It's going to
only-
be all this land and no extra jobs.
Yeah, right. I didn't even think about it like that. Yeah, right. There's gonna be all this land. You said 45 jobs. You said about 45 people, probably. Total
All together, but you're only going to, I mean, that's for all 3 shifts. You're only going to have about 15 people per shift
Right.
at the place.
Like 25. And that's like you think of McDonald's got 5 to 7, and that's tiny. This is all this freaking land for 45 people. That's fucking insane. Well, then I mean you'll have a short time in the construction building it, but then once it's built, I mean it's like
Now,
yeah, that's a lot.
they would say you can't look at it that way, okay? Because they're data barns. Each one of those data barns is supplying information resources for over 200 million people. So they actually are helping to keep employed 200 million people. It all depends on how you look at the world.
But they're not making as much as them 45 people working here, I guarantee.
No, probably not. You know, you never know. You know, but when it really comes down to it, and the way our world is right now with information and everything like that, it is. You know, that's people's jobs.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right.
so, and if they didn't have networking, if they didn't have a server to go to, they wouldn't have it.
Right,
you know?
right, exactly. But it's just crazy that big. That like they should put it underground or something. Why does it got to be above ground, taking up all that space? You know.
It does. Because right now that is the most efficient way to do it. I can tell you that not this data server company, but other data server companies do buy space from old stone mines. So they are building them underground.
Oh, they are building.
Yes, because it's much easier. Because it's much easier to control the temperature.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It seems like it would make more sense too.
Yeah.
But they kind of already, because it's a cave, it's already kind of formed. For
Yeah.
It, so they,
Yeah.
Not like
The worst problem there, which this is ridiculous, okay? But this is one of the sales tactics that they sell to these companies, okay? They have enough fuel underground in reserve at their above ground buildings
Okay.
that they can support electricity and support temperature controls for 70 years without any other electricity being run.
Oh yeah, that's less workers too. Then they don't kind of have that electrician much.
And you'd buy that, right? You'd buy it, just like the rest of the data companies will buy. Oh, that's a great sales tactic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How long does a nation last without electricity flowing?
It can.
know.
Without, you said without electricity?
Yeah, we're without electricity. We don't know when it's going to be rebuilt. We don't know when we're going to get to that.
Oh,
How long is it going to last?
they have 2 days,
3 weeks.
3 weeks, you think? Why 3 weeks?
Scientists, sociologists, they all say it'll take us 3 weeks before a national complete breakdown. We will be in chaos by then.
Within 3 weeks,
We will all start killing each other to get
It'll be like Mad
any
Max.
access to electricity.
Right.
So those data server barns that are sitting there with their lights on are going to be taken over within 3 weeks by militia.
The data processing center?
Oh,
you think it was? Yeah.
They're sitting there. They're the only thing within 100 miles with their lights on.
Wait, what? But you're saying they got a separate power source?
Oh, absolutely. That's why they're selling packages.
Or they
We
got-
have fuel and generators to keep it completely temperature controlled and electricity running to them for 70 years. That's a sales tactic, and it's there. They really do.
So what, it's built into they build it into it, the 70 years of fuel?
Yeah, there's fuel tanks all underground underneath it. That's one of the reasons they need such property for it.
Oh, really?
And then they need their own generators that can run too.
Oh, so you're saying they are building underground to put fuel tanks?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're already building underground fuel tanks. So above it's pretty much just the servers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then that'd be cost effective going deeper than the fuel tanks probably, I
Right.
would imagine.
Yeah.
Because you've got fuel tanks, they got to be at a certain depth. If you're going to go deeper than that, you're
And
only
that's
going...
the problem with going underground.
Yeah.
Because if you build this underground, we can't put the generators underground because they produce exhaust.
Right.
They produce fuels. They can't be underground.
Right.
So we can't leave them underground. So if we put our server barn underground, we can't say that we can sustain electrical power to it.
I got a question though. What's good is what if the power's out? Why do they still need to have power? I mean, nobody can use their phone.
You gotta use your phone.
What about if you can't get power? How are you going to charge it? You said the power's out, right?
Yeah.
There's no electricity. How are you going to charge your phone once it dies?
How am I charging it right now?
You go to the car. Okay, I get. You can't pump gas without. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Oh, hell yeah, I can pump gas without electricity. I'm 53. I came from the day and age where our gas pumps weren't electric controlled.
Yeah, right. Now they are though.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. But you don't have one guy with a big truck knock off the fuel pump,
Yeah.
and all it is a well.
Yeah, right, true.
Give it one suck, and you got all the fuel coming out you want.
Yeah, that's crazy just to think how much land. Then like, do you got any idea how far away these people moved? Like, did they stay in the area or did they go like far away? Because you said you know a few of them, right?
That house right there,
Yeah.
they moved to Florida.
Oh, they moved.
The next house down,
Yeah.
they're in Cancun, Mexico. They moved back. They're in Cancun, Mexico. I don't know if you remember or not, but there was a house down the
I saw them
way.
all.
So he had a rear gazebo with an in-ground pool behind the house.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, he actually is the contractor that built 3 of the neighborhoods that are on down 83. He just moved into one of his fancy fucking $2 million houses that he built that hasn't sold yet. He just moved into one of
How
those.
much did they get for his house?
Like 700,000. Yeah, I don't know why he was living over here in that piece of shit house.
Yeah,
The furnishings were great. Don't get me wrong, beautiful
Yeah.
furnishings, but it's a little fucking dinky house in a crap ass neighborhood. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You just built a whole neighborhood full of multi-million-dollar homes.
Yeah, right.
Why the hell didn't you move?
Right.
You know, so yeah, he moved right around here, but a lot of the people took their money and moved completely out of Illinois.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But some of them stayed though. Like, what percentage out of them do you think stayed? Like 50?
No,
Less or more?
I would say probably only about 20% of the people were planning on staying in Illinois.
Oh wow.
Yep. They wanted to get out of Illinois altogether.
That's crazy. I don't know why you want to leave. I like Illinois. I mean, I guess
You're still living at home.
I just still like it, but
You're still living with mom and dad. Have fun paying the third highest taxes that any state charges any resident. Then you really start to notice, especially when you have friends in other states,
yeah.
and they're like, "Well, what was your property tax last year?" Well, my property tax was $8,000. For that fucking little place you have, I got 8 fucking acres, and mine wasn't but $800. No, man, I'm in Illinois. You know, $7 grand, $8 grand. You know, that's cheap. You know, like,
Yeah.
what? What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, well, what were your state income taxes last year? Oh, I ended up having to pay $900 into it. What? I paid $3,400 into it. No, what are you talking about? Income tax isn't that much. What the fuck? Like, yeah, if you're in Illinois, it charges 32%. No, it's 12. Like, no, not in Illinois.
Yeah, right.
But you only got 3 other states that charge more than Illinois.
Right. Which was free?
California, Florida, Pittsburgh. Oh wait, what state is Pittsburgh? Okay, it's up there in the corner. But yeah, there's just very few states that actually charge as high as Illinois.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially when you get like the ages of most of these people who are out here, like my age, it's like, oh yeah, man. I mean, I started looking at Tennessee. There's no income tax.
Yeah.
How much would I love it if you weren't taking 32% of my fucking income?
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's just it right there, dude. It's like Illinois is taking 32% of your income.
Yeah.
Tennessee doesn't take anything. Where the fuck am I gonna live? Oh, I'm gonna move to a state that's not taking my income.
I got a question for you. Do you think part of the reason they're building these data processing centers, do you think it's because of the air expansion?
No.
It has
nothing to do with that at all.
Nothing to do
No.
It's
Nothing
just,
to do with that at all.
it's just that we're using that much more data, basically.
It's not data, dude. It's not. How do I explain this? How old are you?
35.
35. You're a little older. Do you play any phone games on your phone?
Yeah.
What games do you play on your phone?
I got a Super Nintendo where I can play Super Nintendo games on it, like Super Mario, Street Fighter, Angry Birds.
No. Actually,
Angry
online.
Birds, I guess.
Okay, Angry Birds is a good one.
Yeah.
What about Game of War?
I haven't played that.
World of Warcraft?
I haven't played that one. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, I played that. Yeah, that was online. I played that one. Modern Warfare 3.
Okay. Let me give you the idea. Okay. This company is another arm of one of the data servers. The data server is in Aurora, the data server barn. Okay.
That's like a hub in Aurora?
It's at Deal and Eola Road. All right. The main building, first level, about a football field. Okay. What do you think takes up half of that football field? Now I'm talking server stacks. Server stacks, 10 feet tall, 2 foot wide, 2 foot square.
2 feet by 2 feet?
By 10 foot tall.
So 2 feet
A
by
football field of them. Rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows. What's
And they're set up in aisles?
who is and who
you gotta be able to walk
do you
by it,
think
right?
has half of that football field? Guess. Now we're talking data server. Most people don't even think
Video
about what
games
data
using it?
servers
Like
really
video
does.
games using them?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's using it, like you're saying?
Half of it is Call of Duty.
Oh, wow.
The other half is World of Warcraft.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Alright.
So you're saying, well, what do we do with them? What are they doing? That's a data server barn for us.
Right, it's running
Okay.
the game online.
The second story, half of it is Angry Birds.
Oh, wow.
Okay? The other half is PNC Bank Supply.
And then what, the other rest is everything else? Like just people doing internet
Yeah, it's
searches,
just
whatever.
little companies for whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's just little servers for whatever. But most of the servers are some type of big online game platform.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's something I didn't know.
Yep.
So pretty much most of the servers in general are used for gaming.
A lot of it. Yeah.
A lot.
80% of it.
80%. That's a lot. It's just crazy, like you said, though, about how much land this takes up, and it's only employing 45 people. Like there could be, like, if you go downtown, that same amount of land probably employs, like several hundred, you know, or maybe 1,000 or so. And save
But
just
if you look at it in their terms, it's like, oh, no. We're actually employing all the graphic designers for all these games, all the PC input programmers for all these games. We help employ all of them, because without data server barns, no one would be able to sign on to the games, and no one would have a game platform, so those people wouldn't have a job. Okay, so yeah, there's only going to be 14 people working there, but when it really comes down to the way our world works right now,
it's everybody that's
yeah,
using
without them,
that. Like, even if I just wanted to sell something online, that's still
you're
part
going to
of
have
it.
to go through a server. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. eBay has floors. eBay has a football field.
Wow.
Facebook has a football field.
Right. Wow.
And people don't think that. They're like, they don't ever realize that. Oh wow,
Right, all those Facebook,
that has to be a
every
server.
single Facebook account of everybody that's got a phone, that's got a Facebook account, that's got a
They got to have a server somewhere.
And that's something that was like you said, half a football field.
And the rest of it is cloud.
Pictures, stuff like that. Yeah.
It's like people are like, oh, I sent it to the cloud. They don't realize that the cloud is just a server sitting in a server.
No,
farm.
I know
Okay.
that. Yeah, right. It's just part of. It's basically like a memory card you take out of your phone somewhere else.
Yeah. But you don't control it. They want you to think that you control it. That's the one thing that really scares me about all these places, okay? Everyone, especially the younger generation right now, 20s, 25 and under, they all think that this is theirs forever. That if they invested some kind of money online for something, that it's always there.
Yeah.
That there's some kind of record of it. I'll tell you right now, you don't have anything on recording, do you?
No.
Oh, really? This is
No,
gonna
hold on.
Really shut it all off.
Yeah, let me shut this off.